we've got the smoke and the heat still around, but that is about to come to a pretty dramatic close here over the next 12 to 18 hours, depending on which part of Colorado that you are in. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi with a detailed look at that Colorado forecast for you, and it's kind of same old right now here in Denver with those smoky, hazy skies overhead, and yeah, it's pretty hard to pick out the mountains. In fact, overnight, Colorado, and I should say Denver, had the worst air quality of any major city in the Western Hemisphere, an indication of just how hazy and how smoky it's been. I know we've been talking about that all summer long, probably sound like a broken record at this point, but again, it is about to come to a fairly dramatic close here in the next few hours. But we still do have an air quality alert that is in place until 4 o'clock today. We do have that throughout the entire urban corridor and the Front Range, and you can see exactly why. Currently 85 degrees, probably don't have too many more degrees to go with those cloudy and hazy skies overhead. Hard for the sun to really kind of get on through and really warm us on up. So again, we'll probably get up to 87, 88, 89, somewhere in there. But look at that in Grand Junction. Yesterday up to 93 degrees. Today a high temperature of 70. Telluride up there at 9,000 feet, 57 degrees for you. And Alamosa, as usual, one of the warm spots at 74. But even there in the San Luis Valley, can't escape that cloud cover. So it's going to stay on the cooler side out there. Now, we've got a couple of different features that are in place. We've got the monsoonal moisture across the southwest. In the East Coast, it is the remnants of what was powerful Hurricane Ida moving its way into the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic. And in fact, there's a tornado watch that's in place through the Washington, Baltimore, and Philadelphia areas until this evening. So heads up for any interest out that way. But closer to home, we're looking at clouds already overspreading much of western Colorado and some showers moving the way on through the western third or so of the state. By the way, I-70 Glenwood Canyon, unfortunately, we are going to be looking at some pretty big issues there today and probably tomorrow, and then maybe drying on out by Friday and Saturday. But heads up if you do have plans to travel out that way. Flash flood watch does include Glenwood Canyon and much of western and central Colorado, and extending on down through the Wet Mountains and on into the San Juans, as well as through much of Arizona and New Mexico. To kind of sum things on up, we're going to see some storms here in Denver, but you're going to have to wait a while. It's going to be probably after 7, 8 o'clock tonight. In fact, could be looking at some overnight showers and storms. Great sleeping weather with a low temperature of 58 degrees and some of that rain pattering on your roof. Sunset, it is getting earlier and earlier, isn't it? Before 7:30 now, it's 7:29 for us in Denver, though you probably won't be able to see it. Temperatures tonight, look at that for you. Leadville, 10,000 feet, of course, but 40 degrees for a low tonight. Probably not a great night to be camping up that way, but we're going to be looking at 40s and 50s in the mountains, 50s and 60s along the eastern plains. All right, how about that forecast? What are we going to be looking at over the course of the next few hours? Probably just enough of what we call downsloping winds. So you get those warming, drawing winds off of the mountains that will probably keep us here in Denver on the dry side for today. You get generally west into the foothills and especially west of the Continental Divide. That's where the majority of the action will be for today. Now, tonight, we do start to see some of those showers work their way on through. Probably, as we were just talking about, as you heard from meteorologist Danielle Grant at the noon show as well, probably around 7, 8, 9 o'clock is when you start to see some of that rain rumble its way into the Front Range. Could have a rumble of thunder or two. Not expecting a whole lot in the way of severe weather, but some fast-moving showers. And then by tomorrow morning, we should dry things on out for most of us, though maybe 1 or 2 leftover straggling showers in the mountains. Then tomorrow afternoon, we'll redevelop some of those showers and thunderstorms along the urban corridor. For forecast highs for tomorrow, a lot of 80s, some low 90s along the eastern plains, so about 10 to 15 degrees cooler for most of us in eastern Colorado compared to what we're expecting for today. And the mountains staying cool, 62 in Leadville and 72 in Gunnison. Winter Park, Berthoud Pass, we're going to probably struggle to get out of the 50s for your day tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, 83 in Denver, as mentioned, isolated afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Fair bit of cloud cover, maybe even during the morning hours. Those temperatures around the metro area looking, again, fairly cool. 69 Estes Park, 83 Longmont, 79 Boulder, 80 Broomfield. Nothing too dramatic about those highs for your day tomorrow. What will be dramatic, yeah, look at that early next week. Monday, back up into the low 90s. Same for Tuesday and Wednesday. So enjoy the reprieve from the heat and the maybe even smoky conditions. Normally when we get those temperatures, especially this time of year, now into September, when we're getting those temperatures into the low to mid 90s, that is usually thanks to at least a westerly, if not a southwesterly wind. And unfortunately, that means we're probably going to be bringing in some more smoke and some more haze for the early to mid part of next week. So yes, Labor Day is the unofficial end of summer, but it's going to feel summer-like into the early to mid part of next week. Until then, showers and thunderstorms. Thanks for joining us for a detailed look at that Colorado forecast. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.